Hi, this is Dan, and this is the DNA-CHAP channel, where I talk about being a carnivore athlete. If you watched this channel before, you might recognize that as a slight change to the intro. Up until now I've been running every day on a carnivore diet. And now there's going to be a slight change. So I think I've done 5 weeks. I think it's probably bang on 5 weeks of running every day. And yeah, everything's gone fine. There's no issues, no problems. Only maybe slightly extra tired this week because the last couple of weeks I've upped the weekend runs by a couple of miles each. So I've done 8 miles on Saturday, Sunday last weekend, and the weekend before that, which doesn't sound a lot, but it ended up upping the total weekly time to about 8.5 hours, which is kind of getting up to the point where I start to feel like I'm doing too much and I don't have energy for anything else. As in last Sunday, fortunately I was able to, but all I wanted to do was kind of sit around and do nothing all day long, which isn't ideal when you've got 2 young kids and a partner who want to do stuff on a Sunday afternoon, or at least just want you to be there to interact and be mentally available as well as physically. So I was kind of thinking, I kind of realised maybe I've been pushing my luck a little bit by that, and thinking, well, I want to keep the long runs in, but I'm going to cut some of the other runs down just to get back to 7.5 hours. But since then, I discovered a coach called John Starrett from another YouTube video. And he's got a podcast, and I was listening to some of that, and I was really interested in the way that he trains. One of his big things is that he manages to get seemingly everyday people without particular talents to run under 3-hour marathons. There's a particular training process, which he's not secretive about. He explains it all in the podcast and everything. And I was really interested in this. It kind of, not necessarily the running a marathon under 3 hours, but his way of training, which is basically to get you faster, basically. So start on a lower distance to get your pace up, maybe like 10-mile and half marathon pace, to get you faster through training, and then get your pace down to a pace that would say match. If you did that same pace, then you would get under 3 hours for a marathon, and then sort of training to expand your ability to run at that pace. Well, most of this week I've been listening to the John Starrett's podcast, and on his website and just finding out more details, and then I contacted him, and today I had a call, and so I'm going to start doing some particular training. None of it is particularly hard to start off with. It's mostly about because most likely some of what he explains is if that you haven't really done any speed training, then you are probably kind of like, I think he calls it hip flexor dominant, which means you're not really getting the full movement, you're not using your glutes properly, and you're not running economically the best form. So I'm starting training with John from next week, with a plan from John next week, and that will include one rest day a week, and I am starting with a rest day this week, which is today, and now we're moving into a training phase so that I can prove that it's possible to run fast on a carnivore diet without carbs, and potentially, I don't know, I've done marathons before, and it's not a particularly exciting goal to run a marathon specifically, but I guess for a lot of people running a marathon under 3 hours is a pretty good benchmark. So if I can, as a no carb athlete, run a marathon in under 3 hours, then I think that will go some way to proving that you don't need to follow this trend of just taking more and more and more carbs, especially for standard people just trying to be fit and maybe enjoying the odd race here and there, or even lots of races or whatever. So I guess the general update is that the journey is still on, but it's morphed slightly. It's no longer around every day. It's now training, not loads of training, some training to get faster, to show what a let's say I think so, to say a zero talent carnivore athlete can do at 51 as well. So I'm hoping that John Starrett can work some magic and get me into a position that might inspire some more people to try it. At least make people think twice about the fact that they need to take loads of carbs, loads of sugar. Just honestly, I just think the world is overdosing on processed foods and sugar, and it's just a big mess for everyone's general health. And I'd like to kind of show an alternative. So this is the DNA-CHAP channel, where I talk about running on Carnivore and seeing how quick I can get with the appropriate training. Anyway, thank you for joining me again. Hope you like it. If you like it, like it. like it. Please subscribe, share the video to anyone you think might be interested, I'll probably add some notes and comments for any of the stuff that I've mentioned, and I look forward to future videos. Yeah, remember to subscribe if you want to see more, and I hope you have a great week and you're having a good Friday, and ciao for now.